Hi, welcome to Wilson Bridge. My name is Brian Drew, Senior Strategist at Wilson Advertising.
And I'm Devin Meister, Content Director.
And Wilson Bridge is all about digital marketing and lots of varieties of marketing topics. And today we're going to be talking a lot about Martech, and in particular, how important Martech decisions are and the overall voice of your brand, something we talk a lot about on this show about customer engagement optimization, right?
Yeah.
And Devin, you have something really interesting to share.
Yeah, in a recent report, 90% of marketers said that their biggest challenge is finding tech that serves as an extension of their brand personality, which isn't something that's customer engagement optimization right there. Another study found that the average enterprise has 91 marketing platforms, clouds in their enterprise. The average number is 91.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge, right?
It's crazy.
You're talking about 90% of decision makers, budget decision-making marketers are saying that their greatest challenge is finding the right MarTech to voice or be an extension of their brand.
And they have 91 different platforms
And they're
or more
using-
already.
right.
There's no way they can possibly use all of those different platforms.
Absolutely. And so one of the things that we've been thinking a lot about here at Wilson within customer engagement optimization, and how do you bridge that gap between your voice, your personality, the culture, and the values of your brand? How do you bridge that with all of the different technology that you use to engage with and talk to your customers? A big factor for a lot of marketers today is that 5 years ago, there were 150 or so Martech vendors. There were 150 or so marketing technology, marketing automation companies. Fast forward 5 years, there's over 5,000 today. And there's been a huge explosion in startups and marketing automation and marketing cloud services, as well as a lot of mergers and acquisitions. And what you really see over the last 5 years in that explosion is the fact that it's a lot of deal money, right? There's $5 billion was spent on deals, M&A deals in the MarTech space in 2016. In 2015. In 2016, $9 billion was spent. And it's expected that last year, although there's no formal numbers yet, it will be record-breaking as well. Well north of $9 billion from 2016. So that's huge, right?
Yeah, you think that's good news for marketers?
No, it's not. It's not good news for marketers at all. All this is that this huge plethora of options and platforms that break down into all kinds of different marketing functions and utilities, they're really clouding your ability to focus on what's most important. And that's what differentiates you from your competitors, what's the true voice of your brand, what makes your product most marketable and most engaging to your audience and your customers. And a lot of what's happening with MarTech vendors is there's this illusion. There's sort of two layers to the illusion. The first layer to the illusion is that I'm going to watch a 30-second video or a 30-minute webinar, and I'm just going to see this great case study about how if all I do is set up this MarTech platform, set up this marketing application, right out of the box, it's going to solve all of my engagement problems. It's going to cause me to all of a sudden have a great online digital presence and checkbox. But we know that's not true, right? The second end of the illusion is that the implementations, they aren't ever what exactly they say they're going to be. Right? Most of these, 66% of marketers are not actually able to properly access the MarTech stack that they've currently bought. So there's over half of that stack isn't even properly implemented or isn't even properly executionable.
Yeah, it's just shelfware.
Yep, it's just sitting there. And so that's why 90% of these marketers are saying my greatest challenge is finding the right technology. Because their budgets, the MarTech budget is going up 12.5% year over year. It's currently a $25 billion market, and it's growing at 12.5%. And that's why private equity groups and venture capitalists and all of these startups and all these 150 to 5,000 different platforms over 5 years, all of that's happening because Forrester says digital marketing technology budgets going up double digits in 2018, double digits in 2019. The pressure is now on a marketer, right? The big thing is to go hire a chief marketing technology officer, right? And what this person's really going to be is the fall person, right? Because what's happening is while you have all of this money from corporate budgets going into Martech and at that fast growth, right? So marketing is responsible for that spend. But simultaneously, the only reason why these vendors are growing and growing is it's a hot, easy sell, right, for a startup. And PE firms and venture capitalists are getting in on the game of flipping those companies. And so you've got this plethora of a maze of all of these companies. And what's going to happen is go back to these really important points. 14% of marketers find finance to be a key partner in their strategy, find the CFO to be a key partner in their strategy, and 13% of CFOs feel like they're properly aligned with marketing. So this huge spend that's going to go into Martech is going to go back to, well, a whole lot of it, a year, 2, 3 years from now, isn't going to be properly used, right?
Right.
It's going to be shelfware. And you're not going to be able to properly measure an ROI. And you're going to go from what marketing used to be looked at as an important expense, right, and an important function, to a market-growing, revenue-generating investment in the company that can't show a proper ROI.
Nope. And that's not to say that the marketing tech doesn't work. It's just that you have to be careful as you go into this platform that you're not just taking the newest, shiniest thing, layering on top. Is to have a roadmap and a strategy going forward, so that you can achieve results and that you can document those results and that you're not left high and dry by a merger and acquisition or a fly-by-night startup that just promised you this and now you just got another application on the shelf.
And so then you ask yourself, what do marketers do? So what do you? I think part of the illusion that's coming from the software vendors, it's being led by large software vendors and small software vendors, is why this isn't a bad thing for marketers. Your budgets are growing by 12.5% year over year. You look at all this magic. Look at all this great digital technology.
All the data,
all the automation. These are brilliant, clever, out-of-the-box solutions for you, and you're going to be given the money from your leadership team, from the CEO, CFO, COO, this leadership level investment in you, not to just do the utility function of marketing, but to actually be the reason why you grow market share and drive revenue and growth.
It's marketing's opportunity to drive.
Right. And I think that marketers need to take I don't think cynical is the right word, but they need to take a more serious approach to this. And that is that a lot is wrong with this big plethora of Martech vendors. This platform is a maze. And
For sure.
Marketing technology implementation projects aren't marketing. That's not strategy. This maze, you're going to stumble into a lot that don't work. 91. You're going to stumble into a lot that don't work, a lot that are underutilized, right? You're going to get into implementation projects where lots of things don't work together like you thought they would. And all of a sudden, your strategic goals for the year are checking off technology implementations. You need to be a little more cynical. You need to be a little bit more aggressive in terms of how you analyze the MarTech that you use. And that's why one of the things we do at Wilson is we've created these consulting packages called customer engagement models, customer engagement optimization models, which help guide you through the process of putting your brand first and focusing on what differentiates you. And not really being manipulated by the disruption. Don't let the disruption that's happening in the MarTech space disrupt you and your marketing strategy. Still go back to the core basics of what makes your brand strong and valuable and why your customers like you. Focus on that. Don't ever deviate from that. There's not out-of-box solutions. There's not just this is going to make all of our problems go away. As a matter of fact, you might need to use less data. You might need less platforms. And the chief marketing officer or the senior VPs of marketing that go down the path of just believing that all of this Martech explosion is in their best interest, I think they're going to end up going on a fool's errand.
I agree. Yeah, and just because the tactics didn't work with one thing doesn't mean the strategy's wrong.
You got it.
I mean, they don't think of the audience. Yeah.
So I think we're out of time now, but coming soon, we're going to do a special show on taking this a step further and talking about how marketers should be thinking about ROI and how marketers should be engaging with the CFO. So be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and thank you for listening.
Thanks.